What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Steals Forever, and I'm back back in the building. That's right, your boy Steals Forever is back in the building. Hit you guys with a brand new video, and today I'm just gonna drop some knowledge, drop some science. You know what I'm saying? Just give you my personal feeling about the almighty Nintendo. That's right, Nintendo. We're finna just break it down. My feelings about what do Steals Forever think about Nintendo as a company. You know, this what's up with this 3DS and this Wii U situation. You know, before I get started, I'm gonna say this right here. You know, I always see, and I base a lot of my topics off of what I see going around the community, or basically gaming websites that I see people talk about. This is how I just come up with my topics or what I'm gonna talk about. And basically, a lot of people are just kind of like going, I think, a little bit overboard about the Wii U specs. What is, the Wii U, what it's capable of doing. Like, I don't think it's gonna be able to, capable of keeping up with the true next gen systems, which the next box and the PlayStation 4, if they call them that. But we think it's underpowered. That's a better word. We don't see it lasting. Like, for anybody that's on that coattail or on that bandwagon, I'm just gonna say, like, if you're Nintendo, not Sony or Microsoft, if you are Nintendo as a company, specs do not matter, people. Hardware specs do not matter to Nintendo. They never have. Specs have never mattered to Nintendo. Maybe, I know there's one incident where I would say that specs mattered. One, at least one, like maybe two. So we'll say 1.5, because I give the GameCube credit, because I do know the GameCube was actually a very powerful system. So we'll give that credit. Now, whether or not they actually used any of it, that's another argument. They used it on some games, but not as many as you think they would have. But I do know personally that the GameCube was actually a very powerful system. And the one system that I would say definitely they actually really pushed the actual hardware itself was the Super Nintendo. And I feel that way because basically, there were so many third-party developers and things of that nature just really pushing the system. You had so many variety of games for it, But that's the only, like, 2 occasions that I can remember. And I'm not really counting the GameCube. I'm just giving it as a possible. It's a half. But the only really one time I really remember a graphics matter with Nintendo was actually with the Super NES. Now, with all that being said, I'm saying specs doesn't matter because it don't. Look at the DS. Look at the Wii. You know what I'm saying? Look at the #1 selling system in, of last generation was the Wii. And I know a lot of people want to say, yeah, but that's because of the fact that it was gimmicky and stuff. Well, that has some truth to it. But then look at a system like the DS. Whereas the DS was, a great system, but it wasn't like more graphically powerful. The hardware itself wasn't more powerful than the PSP. But still, nonetheless, though, it sold a lot more than the PSP. And not saying that the PSP did not sell well, and it definitely was a great system because I love the PSP. But to the DS, DSi, the different versions of it, graphics just didn't matter to it. It still just beasted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched the Wii beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched the 64 be a great system. It beasted. I watched the GameCube be a great system, and it beasted. You know what I'm saying? So I really have no doubt that the Wii U would do the exact same thing. Just like 3DS. Right now, 3DS is going to beast the hell out of the Vita. It's nothing that the Vita can really do about it. It's just the fact that the 3DS is going to beast the Vita. That's not, like, I always make these warnings saying it's not to say, because I know I have fanboys, that people who are really behind certain companies that watch my videos, I don't want to offend them, but the Vita is a great system. It's a great piece of hardware, but it will not beat the 3DS. Specs doesn't matter, people, because if specs did, the Vita definitely will be outselling the 3DS. Basically, it's because when you think about it, as a company, Nintendo has done something that most companies just can't do. Like, they just can't do it. Like, Nintendo has branded certain titles, certain characters, certain games so hard to the mass public that people are just gonna run out and buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people love Mario. Like, but I love Mario. My girl loves Mario. My sisters love Mario. My mom, my dad loves Mario. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a broad, man. Like, everybody loves Mario. And it's not just that one title that Nintendo has. it's like Nintendo has like Star Fox and Zelda and Metroid and Mario and Luigi and and Pokemon and then Dragon Quest is big for and Final Fantasy is real big in Japan for Nintendo, and then you get to Monster Hunter and it's these Professor Layton's and all these different games that really, when you look at them and when you look at them in the reality of what they are, you look at them and say like, it looks like something with a better screen that I played on the PlayStation 2 or something like that. But in theory though, once you start playing them, they're very, very fun and enticing type games titles and things. And that's one thing Nintendo nails like no other, is playing games and having fun, and nobody does that better than Nintendo. And so they can get away with not having the the high powered dollar systems, because really when you think about it, most of the games that they're really trying to push to people and market to people, in theory, just don't need that much power. I'm not saying that Mario or games like that don't look good. They really do. You know what I'm saying? Like the new Super Mario Wii U, it looks great. It's in HD and everything. And I'm pretty sure the Super Mario Bros. Galaxy, if they'll make it for the Wii U, it look awesome for it. And the Smash Bros. But still, nonetheless, when you look at those games, they just comparable. If you want to make a similar comparison, it's like comparing it to Nikakuni. It's like Nikakuni is gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? Like the game is just drop dead gorgeous. But we all know it's not as graphically, the proudness of it graphically is just not as like Uncharted 3, you know what I'm saying, or Killzone or Crysis. It's just not, we all know that. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that shit out, But, at the end of the day, specs do not matter, people. Nintendo just announced a couple of days ago Pokemon X and Y. Do you hear anybody complain about how graphically it looked? Like I heard, and it didn't look bad at all. It looked actually pretty good. Like, wow, like the dude's running around now. He has legs and arms. You can see his cap and stuff. And like, y'all don't think I'm lying, but I read on some sites where some people was actually mad about, and this is just gonna prove my point. People was actually mad because it went from being like sprite based. They wanted it to stay sprite based. So proves my point again that there was hundreds of people who were pissed because it went 3D and became more graphically enhanced versus it still being sprite based. So hey, like I said, Nintendo has their crowd, dude, and the crowd that Nintendo has, specs don't matter. Specs might matter for the Xbox and Sony and PC, but when you go into the world of Nintendo world, the world of Mario and Luigi, the Princes, Link and Zelda, Metroid Samus, graphics doesn't matter, man. Now I will say graphics might matter some for Metroid. Nintendo, if anybody from Nintendo looking at this, please show a Metroid game at E3. Please do it for Steels, man. Steels wants to play a new Metroid Prime game, and I don't want no moving controls either. I just want a classic control with some, just old school Metroid Prime. Love Metroid Prime. If you show me Star Fox, oh my God. If you guys show me Star Fox, God, love Star Fox. Love Star Fox, dude. But anyway, you guys let me know how you feel about Nintendo as a company, you know what I'm saying, down below in the comment box. Like always, make sure you subscribe and like, man, and definitely comment. It definitely lets me know how you guys are feeling my content on my channel. And I definitely try my best to, keep this channel updated with the latest news and everything else, from the unboxings and everything, just keeping it fresh and funky for 2013. But like always, it's your boy Steels forever. Later.